Sirius XM, we are the Heat. What's hot now in R&B and hip hop? It is Dion. We're inside the hotness, the Heat's weekly top 35, and as promised, man, a legend in the game, man. Like 10 plus years, ninth album is out, and I read somewhere, bro, that this album will crown you king.
Yeah.
This is your Thriller.
Yeah, this one will crown me king.
This is your Bodyguard. This is your
Yeah, this is one of those.
Yo,
one of those right there.
The biggest
It's that
boss.
Whitney Houston
Yes.
ballad right here. You know what I'm saying?
Rick Ross is in the building, man. The biggest boss, man. Rick, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Man,
we haven't
appreciate you
spoken
having me,
before, man. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, my man.
You already know, man. Appreciate you having me, man.
So what makes this, man, better you than me? I love how your albums are always like omenistic, like better you than me.
Yeah.
God forgives, I don't.
Yeah,
like, yo, like, very omenistic, man.
Yeah.
So what is it, man? You've been in this game for a long time, man. You know all the tricks and the trades, man. What is it about this album that makes it so Thriller Whitney-esque, bruh?
You know, I just really feel just the timing and the way everything fell into place. Beginning with, you know, the energy, not around me, but just in the world.
Yeah.
I felt like that was something that we all could kind of feel, rather you than me.
Right.
I think we all at some time kind of feel that throughout the day.
Yeah.
And it was just all about capturing it and, you know, and capturing that moment and the production just went somewhere else.
Because we look to artists like you to kind of put into music what we're feeling. Because right now we feeling a whole lot, Rick. There's a whole lot going on in this world right now, man.
Right, most definitely. And that's what, you know, that's what that title reflect, you know, rather you than me. And it's, you know, my back against the wall a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the message is bigger than that. The message is bigger than me being petty, you know, but most definitely the title is that.
And I'm so glad you evolved above the pettiness, man. Like because there are artists out there who are on that level. But right now, this is album number 9.
Yeah, this album number 9 right here.
Yeah,
10 years in.
You're in that rare air, man. Like how does Rose 2017, you know, differ from Port of Miami, you know, 2005, 2006? Besides the money and all the rings and the watches.
It's a big difference, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, I still have I still be having that competitive desire.
Yeah.
When I want to go head to head with somebody too, you know, but I just do it a little different now. I just have a little more finesse now, and besides, I have more relationships now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not, you know, how I was in 06, 07. You know, I was kind of looking for some, you know, trouble to get into, really.
So it's less pressure too, man, right? At the end of the day.
Right. So when it comes to, you know, me putting records together and the ideas and the concepts, I make a phone call or two and we can make it happen.
And it's done. It's done. Has it gotten easier for you? So you've left Def Jam.
Right.
And this is the first album on Epic.
Right. I broke the bank at Def Jam.
Indeed, man. Indeed.
Right.
They can't do no more, man.
Yeah, I maxed out.
How much of the move had to do with L.A. Reid, man?
It most definitely had to do a lot. You know, by me being, you know, always an underground artist or just an artist that wrote for others in Miami, I never got familiar with any executives or anything like that. So when I was introduced, you know, when I had a bidding war going on in early 06 for my first record,
yes,
I went and seen maybe 7 different executives, but I closed my deal with Def Jam and L.A. Reid and Jay-Z. And so I never got to really know any other executives unless it was Leo Cohen and, you know, through other ventures. So when when the big homie went over to Epic, L.A. Reid, of course, he was somebody I could trust. We have a great working relationship, and he know what I need. You know what I mean? So
for people who think that this guy is all about, you know, Tony Braxton, you know, like school us as to what L.A. Reid has taught you as an artist.
I mean, if you don't know L.A. Reid, you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? But when I think L.A. Reid, the first thing I think of is Outkast, Goody Mob.
Yes.
You know what I mean? These the dudes who gave them an opportunity before it was cool. When Goody Mob came in talking knowledge and you know, before it was cool, he gave them an opportunity. And that whole you know, as well as Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, you know, and so many more to name. So of course he always did his big R&B thing. You know, I guess that go hand in hand with being partners with Babyface.
Right. And that was the initial money. Like
yeah,
before,
of course.
Yeah. But with hip hop, he seems to be able to have a way for artists not to compromise who they are and still have mainstream success. Yes,
most definitely.
Yeah.
He most definitely do. He don't try to bring you out of your comfort zone.
Sitting here with Rick Ross, man, new album, Rather You Than Me.
Rather You Than Me.
This weekend.
You better believe it.
Yes, indeed. Talking to him, man, and I should send you my receipts because I'm a very faithful customer of Wingstop. I live in Harlem.
Believe that.
You know what that is, man. 126 in Lenox, man. We got you covered, man. And I applaud you for having that level of philanthropy, man. That level of business sense as an artist. That it's just as important for you to give back, man. Can you speak on that for a second?
You know, to me, man, I think what's most important is if the youngsters don't take nothing else other than the fact that, you know, if you grew up eating ramen noodles like we did, if they feed you Hawaiian ribeye, don't go back to ramen noodles.
We all had those beginnings, man. Cereal and water. How about that, man?
I'm trying to tell you.
Bread sandwiches, man. Come on now.
That big block of cheese like this.
The government cheese, right.
So if you know what I'm talking about, you just make sure you're not one of those.
Yeah.
You dig? And that's what it's about. So it's just about, you know, putting yourself in a position and continue to grow on it.
So what's next?
Still learning, you know what I'm saying? Still getting better. You know, so what's next after this album? And you know,
I can see Rose Theaters, man. Come on. I can see Rose Estates.
You're a visionary.
Come on, man.
You're a visionary.
Come on, son.
You're a visionary, you know what I'm saying? But after the album, and, you know, we're going to put us a tour together. Me and Gucci, man, going to film our first film together this year.
All right.
We're doing it completely independent. If you watch the beginning of Buy Back the Block, that's the premise of what the film will be about.
Cool. We here with Rick Ross, man.
Biggest.
It's Dion inside the hotness, the Heat's weekly top 35. So you mentioned the film with Gucci.
Yeah.
I could see you doing so much, man. So you're hosting
the Woodies.
Yes, you're hosting the Woodies.
Yeah.
Actually, this will air next weekend. So you've hosted the Woodies.
I've hosted the Woodies.
Yes, dope, man.
Real dope.
I could see you doing more things like that, man. Just stepping outside of what we think is your comfort zone. It could be every day for you, but the perception is that, Rick Ross hosting an award show? What?
Now, you know, once the opportunity presented itself, I didn't even think twice about it.
Really?
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It don't even matter. I'm going to walk out there and just shine, you know what I'm saying? And it's no way to lose. And that was just my attitude, and it was all love.
Have they ever approached, I know you must get approached by, like, you know, the Lee Daniels of the world for, like, Empire or, like, you know, episodic television or movies. Like, have you ever decided kind of what's the best route to take in terms of, you know, taking Rose Hollywood like that?
Yeah, you know, I had the Weinsteins actually came in and gave me a script to read for a film or two. It was a comedy movie, though, and I just ain't.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciated them coming out and sharing their time with me, but I told them that wasn't the one for me, and, you know, they told me they was a fan of me, and, you know, we'll see what happens.
I can see the right fit because I don't see you doing the buddy comedy thing. Like, leave that for, like, you know, Kevin Hart and The Rock. Something that more so speaks to your character. I see you, like, doing something that's really, like, transparent inside you.
And that's why I want us to be in control of the first film that we release. We direct it, we write it, you know what I mean? We release it, you know what I mean? And I think that's going to really be cool.
Yo, Better You Than Me is the album, man. No, did I say Better You Than Me or Rather You Than Me?
Rather You Than Me.
Rather You Than Me is the album. It's out this weekend.
This weekend,
My
baby,
bad.
the 17th.
I had a bit too much Bel Air. We got some Bel Air here in the studio, and I asked for
a little bit of Bamboo. Shout out to Weezy.
A little bit of Bamboo, too. Yes, the dark. Thank you for bringing the dark, too, man, because I'm dark all day.
You know what I'm saying?
But none of your friends drink dark. It's like everybody drinks light. Everybody drinks vodka. Everybody drinks what they drink. And so thank you for bringing the dark here, man.
I got you.
I appreciate that. You've worked with everybody. Not even an exaggeration, dude. It seems like whoever you want to work with, you pick up a phone and you make it happen.
I still got a couple people on that list.
Who's
I think
left?
Rihanna.
Ooh.
She's one on that list.
That's a smash. Okay.
You know, Rose the type of dude to do one with Lionel Richie.
Yes, I was about to say, man, because, like, yo, your songs are like a history lesson for me, man. Because, like, when I first heard I Think She Liked Me, I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? Oh, I know what that is. Like, is that your old school mentality?
That's that old school
vibe. Yes.
That's the old school vibe naturally, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I heard that loop come on, I was like, that was crispy. Let's do this.
Crispy. So you can do it with anybody, man. I can see you doing the record. I don't know with Betty Wright, with Anita Baker, with anybody in the game, man. Just making
Anita
it funky
Baker.
with you. Come on. Like I don't know what she has against hip hop, but she has to find one. I think you need to be that one that breaks
Anita,
her in.
Somebody
man.
who know Anita Baker. Anita.
Come on.
Rose, love you,
Come
baby.
on. Raps of 2017 with Rose.
Make you a pie. I don't even know how to bake pies. I'll make you a pie.
Rose Rapture. We can make this happen, Anita.
You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying?
Come on. I can
That'd be
definitely
dope,
see
though.
that, man. Thank
That'd
you.
be dope.
You keep that old soul alive in hip hop and teach the kids, man. Teach the kids where this came from.
You know, that's how it was with me. You know what I'm saying? Riding in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? When my mama was playing music, I had no input. It's like now the kids control what the parents listen to on the radio. I had no input. I had to get back there, and whatever it was, if it was, you know what I'm saying?
Mom had a Dodge Aspen. I remember sitting in the passenger seat of the Dodge Aspen, and I didn't touch a dial. If it was Ray Goodman and Brown, whatever it was, if it was Peaches and Herb, it just stayed right there, man. Yes. Thank you for doing that, man. Teach the babies, bro.
I got you.
What's happening with MMG, man? Amarion got a song that we're playing now. He has a great song. Reminds me of being on the beach when I hear that record.
Yeah, man, real dope song. His
Yes.
project Reasons. He putting the final touches on that. He'll be releasing that real soon.
Great.
Wale, he just announced his the Shine tour.
Yes.
He just announced that last week.
Mm-hmm.
He going on tour promoting his new album, Shine, that'll be released soon.
It's got some great records out that we're playing on Hip Hop Nation and on the Heat, man.
Right.
Yeah, big fans of Wale.
Meek Mill, you know, he finna release that 4.5.
Yep.
A new tape before his new album.
Okay.
You know, so we just cooking up. The whole squad cooking up.
Do you have in about 30 seconds, no one's going to care about this anymore, but, we're at the 29th second. Do you have any comments on the Nicki Minaj Remy thing as it relates to hip hop or specifically?
I mean, if I don't believe in time limits, but I believe she got to respond.
Okay.
She should want to respond.
Thank you. I said the same thing. Like, it's for hip hop. Like,
yeah. It's for the coach. It's for the game. That's what it's based on. You know what I'm saying? If you the Don, you the boss.
And she's from Queens too. Like Queens, you got to rep. Come on, you ain't gonna let Queens just let it ride. You gotta say something.
Not only that, it should be dope. You know what I'm saying? It should be cool.
Yeah.
It should be cool.
Thank you, man. Like, none of my friends are like, she don't need to respond. I'm like, okay, she won't necessarily lose a fan base, but for hip hop, I believe
for
if bragging
she don't respond,
rights,
she'll
for bragging
just
rights.
endure a lot more of that.
Yeah.
You'll do a lot more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Little Peaches.
Right.
Peaches from, you know what I'm saying? She gonna start riding on you. So sometimes you got to just remind them why you the legend. Yes.
Thank you, Nikki. And listen to this man. He knows of what he speaks because he's been in those trenches and emerged victorious.
That's why, I initiated the beef. I kind of understood what beef moved like, so I initiated it. So later on in my career, I wouldn't have problems like
those issues, right?
Let's go in here now and show everybody we'll goddamn be a problem for 5 years.
Oh, you settled it. You
know, and
because I don't hear a peep about your beef anymore, Rick.
And let's just make sure everybody know how we get down. And
I think we know, bro. Rick Ross, rather you than me.
Rather you than me, baby. That's been the attitude. That's just been a way of life. You know what I mean? If all the lights went out as far as you could see, if all the water dried up, what would be your mindset?
That's still in my head, man. I'm just trying to figure that out, bro. Hey, who's on the album, man? Who can we look for in the album besides Rose?
I mean, on this album, I did I did a 4-man collaboration that was real dope. You know what I'm saying? By the name of Dead Presidents.
Oh.
Myself, Young Jeezy, Future, and Yo Gotti.
All right.
On one record.
Could we be talking a collaboration album out of that song?
You got to hit a production on it, you know what I'm saying? Just to...
What old ass record you dig up for that?
You know what I mean?
Manhattans, what you got, right?
That it's just when you hit the bottom on it, it's just, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things.
I love it, man.
It's one of those things. And when I put, collaborations together, for me to still be excited 10 years in.
Right.
That's what I'm happy about.
That says a lot too, man, because you're not jaded to the game. You're not jaded to the process. Like, you're really a fan of the whole process, which is dope.
It ain't like the label, yo, Rose, we got to get the Nah.
Yeah.
Let's go do this.
And I'm assuming they give you the freedom and the wherewithal to just do you.
Of course.
Dope. So can we look for a Dead Prez album soon, man? Because that sounds like a lot of I can just see the four of y'all touring together.
That's heavyweight.
That's epic, man.
That's heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on their A game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
That's a lot of money.
Everybody on their A game.
That's a lot of conversations.
Yeah,
it's a lot of meetings.
That's a lot of talk right there. That's that big boy rap. So that's why I've been saying. That's why anybody been following my socials.
Yeah.
You notice I've been saying big boy rap back.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the youngsters. I love all the youngsters. The little boats, I'm talking about the Uzis, all the ones that's shining. My daughter love all of them, you dig? But this return of that big boy rap.
Yo, speak for a second before we wrap up, because you bring up a very, very dope point, man. Speak for a second for where hip hop is moving, man. Because I'm always, I'm old school, but I get the new school. You've got to get the new school, because at a certain point, our music was new school. And people didn't get us. But if you didn't get us, we didn't care. You know what I mean? If you didn't get what Biz Markie was saying when he was saying picking boogers, it wasn't for you to get.
Yeah, we
same way now.
To...
Right, same way now. If you don't get Yachty, it's not for you to get, man. So what would you say to where hip hop is, to the music that your daughter consumes, the music that you put out for other people to consume?
I really just hope you're an open-minded person and you just a loving person when it comes to the art. The style. Now, we all have a right to not like something. That ain't what I'm saying.
True.
You can not like whatever it is you want to, whatever it is you like. But to me, it's my natural instinct to embrace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't like it, that means I'm going out my way. So when it comes to the youngsters, I'm listening to it. Cool. Okay. Boom. I love what Chance doing. I love what all these youngsters. I see it.
Yep.
I love that vibe.
And
that's it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
And that's dope. That's dope. And it's gonna affect them in a certain way. Our generation was more big boy talk.
Right. We were more flash.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It was big boy talk.
And I can appreciate, you mentioned Chance, cats like Chance. He's got that same philanthropy that you do, man. He put up $1 million for Chicago schools.
That was a boss move.
Yeah.
That was most definitely a boss move. When I got to meet him when we was in the White House. Just a short conversation with him. I knew he was sharp. I knew he was on his A game.
That's what's up, man. It makes me feel good for hip-hop when two hip-hop artists can have a conversation in the White House, man. I love it.
That's big. That's
I love
big.
it.
You might not have one of those in a few years.
For a minute, man. For the next 4, I don't know. But, yeah. Rick Ross is here, man. We wrapping up. Rather You Than Me.
Rather You Than Me.
The album's out right now,
Make sure you get that album and celebrate it right now with me. Bust you a bottle of that Bel Air Rose.
Come on now.
Oh, man. Ball with me.
Is that bottle mine or is it white bottle mine? Is that
either one.
I like the rose. I'll take the rose.
That's
now.
what I'm talking about, man.
I appreciate
That's
you,
what I'm
big
talking
homie.
about, that rose.
Yo, I love when you step outside of yourself, man. I love seeing you on Martha and Snoop's potluck dinner party. You can't tell
Martha.
You
Shout
can't
out to my
you
baby
can't
Martha.
You can't tell me 2 things, and you may not tell me, but it's fine because I know the answer to it. You can't tell me, number 1, that Martha wasn't high as a kite, and number 2, you can't tell me that there was something going on between you and Martha that made me feel very uncomfortable, Rick. I'm just saying, man.
No, that's funny, but the flirts were genuine.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that the flirts were genuine. But Martha, man, she was real cool. Snoop told me she was gonna be cool, but
yeah.
When I got there, the energy was real dope. So we just stayed back. I was sipping Bel Air the whole time. She was too. Dope. Just the whole vibe. It's just that show gonna be there for a long time.
Yes. It makes such perfect sense, man.
Because
seriously.
when you get there, they giving you lobsters, the champagne, just,
right, good food,
Snoop
good drink.
got you right before you go on.
Of course, right. In the green room.
Yeah, the green room. The greenest.
Come on now.
Yo,
I love it.
Yo, this is great.
I love it, man. Continued success, man. Like I said, I want to see you on something so like un-Rick Rossy that is ridiculous, man. I want to see you on what's that show called? There's this show. Does Parenthood still come on? This show is like this really, 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 really white NBC drama that I've never seen before. It's called Parenthood. It's something like I want to see you on something like that. Like, is that Rick Ross? Fresh Off the Boat. I want to see you on Fresh Off the Boat, man.
Something like that, huh?
Yes, man. Yes,
something different. Man. I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yes, man. Yes. And real quick, where will this brand take us next, man? We're doing the liquor thing, man. We're doing Wingstop. We're doing Checkers, man. And I love that about how your brain is working, man. Where will we see your brand next?
Man, we got a few things in the works. Shout out to Rich Hair Care. I love all the, just traveling and keeping my beard right out.
All right.
I did a partnership. You could go to richhaircare.com, check that out. That's real bossy. Checkers, rallies. I started with, my neighborhood. These were the places we began eating at. So I just wanted to start where I was at.
Yes. I remember Checkers used to be deep in Baltimore growing up, man.
Big
Absolutely.
time. Our school, our football team used to go there after the games.
Uh-huh.
Still do, you know what I'm saying? So
that Champ burger. Come on now.
that Champ, that Big Buford, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That chili dog, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to start with, my area.
Yeah.
And, continue to grow. So we got a few things that we working on, but, we just staying focused right now. Shout out to Ewan Athletics,
All right.
Patrick Ewan Sneakers.
All right.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all get a pair of those.
Rather you than me.
In stores right now.
It's out right now, man. If you want to follow him at
Fire.
Rich Forever, be one of those 6.1 million followers. I'm sure
Fire.
he'd appreciate that as well.
Fire.
The album's out right now, man. Continued success. And in case you didn't know, this is his Thriller, okay? This is his Whitney. This is his Purple Rain. All that.
You got what I need.
Come on now. It's the biggest boss in the building, man. Rick Ross.
Biggest, baby.
It's the Heat, Sirius XM. Thank you, sir.
That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. Always.
See, we could have did a whole show.
A whole thing, man. We could have been live on the radio.